As the Mediterranean's largest island, with near-perfect vine-growing conditions, varied topography, plus Europe's highest active volcano, Etna, Sicily offers much for the quality-minded and adventurous wine producer. So, as a result, it's no surprise that the most prominent champion of this extraordinary island's wine-producing capabilities, Planeta, has planted vines and built cellars in all of the 5 key territories of this island, from Vittoria to Noto, Etna to Capo Milazzo. However, it all began in Menfi. I'm Patrick Schmitt, Editor-in-Chief at The Drinks Business, and I'm here to look at the wines of Planeta, with this, my 3rd video on the producer, considering the starting point of the producer's modern history. You see, while Sicily's vine story extends over 2,500 years, and Planeta's agricultural heritage as much as 300, its commercial viticultural past goes back around 40 years, with its breakthrough moment being just over 25 years ago. That latter milestone came with the launch of a brilliant barrel-fermented Chardonnay in 1995, a signal to the world that Sicily could make fine wine and Italy could be a serious player in deliciously textured whites. And that drop came from a winery in Menfi, finished just in time to craft that pioneering Chardonnay. Built to process the grapes from Planeta's first vineyards around the family's 16th century farmhouse at Olmo, it was in 1985 that it had been decided to plant French grapes to promote Sicilian wine. So it was in Menfi that 3 enthusiastic young Sicilians, Alessio, Francesca and Santi, under the guidance of Diego Planeta, began what is now a pan-Sicilian wine empire. As for the site specifics, Menfi is located on Sicily's south coast, in the far west of the Agrigento province, with the Olmo estate stretching from the coast to 400 metres above sea level. The property comprises 250 hectares of vines on free-draining rocky soils rich in limestone. While Planeta is focused on resurrecting the forgotten native grapes of Sicily today, the producer's fame centres on the creation of wines from French grapes such as Chardonnay and Merlot at a time when the market was demanding them. Almost 40 years on, Planeta is still producing wines from these now mature vines from Menfi. So let's consider the drops that made not only this producer famous, but put Sicily on the international wine map. So, firstly, let's consider that Chardonnay. It's delicious. Lots of ripe yellow stone fruit, peaches, pears, a little bit of citrus, a touch of butter, and then some smoke, grilled nuts, a hint of peanut, and a touch of vanilla. It's delicious. Textbook Chardonnay. Very high quality, beautiful and age-worthy, I believe too. Next, I'd like to consider another Planeta wine from Menfi. This time it's called Morocco, and it's made with the French grape Syrah. And in fact, many believe that of all the French grapes planted in Sicily, Syrah is the star variety. And certainly in tastings that I've done comparing this wine with other Syrahs from around the world, it's scored very, very highly. So let's taste it now. It really is a fantastic wine. It's got an Italian touch in the sense that it's got quite a lot of tannin and fresh acidity, almost a kind of cherry stone note on the finish. But then it has some of the typical Syrah characteristics of black currant, plums, cracked pepper, and a touch of dark olive, black olive. It's a really, really lovely wine. It's a delicious Syrah, and it's still true to the Sicilian wine style. So thank you very much for listening, and please join me for my next video when I'm going to consider Planeta's wines from the region of Noto.